What do you see around you? Is it a new flower that's emerged? Is it some fresh leaves growing on a tree that is really barely survived the winter? It's a resemblance of how you felt in this last season of life. I want you to take a look at something around you that resembles abundance. Something that you go, you know what? This is a reminder in nature. This is a reminder that you are not the single creator of your manifestations and your abundance in life. You are the co-creator. The universe does the heavy lifting forward. We're going to find your way. You're going to know your clear path for this spring season of abundance, which is designed to spring you forward. You've been stagnant long enough. You don't need to be stagnant anymore. Welcome to this special Spring of Abundance guided manifestation, meditation, abundance walk. Put it on while you're getting ready in the morning or when you need any kind of reminder to get you back into the abundance zone. It's so easy to slip into the darkness and slip into scarcity and worry and fear when we don't see growth around us, when we don't see fresh money coming in, fresh experiences, fresh clients, fresh opportunities. And just when we don't feel that we can take it anymore of being in this stagnant state, the blooms start to appear. Spring has sprung. It is time. We've had the spring equinox. Everything is unfolding as it's supposed to. All of the priming that has occurred during the darkness is all coming to fruition during this most abundant season of the year. And this guided manifestation meditation that I'm doing for you today is designed for you to listen over and over again. I think that you should listen probably every morning or every day during your walk, at least 3 times a week, for you to be able to really connect with the energy of this particular season so that you can call in abundance, so that your cells can be primed for abundance, so that you can awaken to the abundance around you that you've been closed off from during this darkness. It's time. It's here. It's happening. What up, my people, my posse, my fellow crazies? It's your host, Tiffany Carter, and this is the show that is going to help you grow your business, your bank account, that big, beautiful brain of yours, your abundance, your relationships, and everything in between. This is a special episode. I felt deep in my heart that it was necessary to help you get into the abundance zone. You've forgotten, you've fallen out, you need to be refreshed, you need to be revised. You need to come alive for all of the abundance that's surrounding you this spring, because if you don't awaken to it, it will not be able to come into your life. And we are not going to have this over here. So if you are going on a walk, this is perfect. Taking a shower, this is perfect. Getting ready in the morning, this is perfect. Laying down at night, this is perfect. There is no right or wrong to doing this. Your eyes don't have to be closed. You don't need to be in a cross-legged position. All I want you to do is be able to zone in, be undistracted, feel the energy of what I'm about to take you through, which I am channeling the universe for this. There are no notes in front of me. If you're watching on ProjectME TV and YouTube, you'll see that. I will be having my eyes closed. I will be rocking back and forth. My people who are in my ProjectME Posse business coaching membership have seen me do this because we do monthly abundance igniting sessions to get you back into that energy of abundance, because we slip out all the time as human beings. And the more time you spend being in that energy and that feeling of abundance, that knowing, that grounded security that all is possible for you and everything is coming to you at just the perfect time, then the more it shows up, because like attracts like. So you have to intentionally do things to get you in that space, because you're not going to naturally always be here. And I know how needed this was. And if you end up loving this, take a screenshot of the episode, share it on social media, and tag me at Project Me with Tiffany. This way I know that you want me to create more for you. And I do have a season of abundance walking series, which is very popular. Thousands and thousands of people have downloaded it, and you can access it in my link in bio on Instagram and TikTok at Project Me with Tiffany. You can also swipe up, and I've put it in the show notes for you. you, but this particular season right now, and you're listening in spring, whether it's spring 2025, spring 2027, it does not matter. You're in some other timeline. I want you to really take in that this is specific for the spring season because I am channeling this from the universe and it's speaking through me to you on whatever we're all supposed to hear right now. Before I take you into this meditation, tomorrow we start Selling with Soul, class of 2025. Literally, this is your final chance, final hours to be able to get into my income generating live business coaching program that I only run once a year. This will not happen again until 2026. So if you are wanting that support, you are wanting me to show you step by step exactly how to monetize your gifts, skills, passions, and talents online in a way that is going to feel good to you and your ideal client. You want to have the sales coming in this spring. You want to have a rich girl or a rich guy summer. You want to set yourself up so that your success is inevitable. This is the move to make. There are a reason why hundreds and hundreds of people have taken this and have had the most incredible experiences, have made more money than they've ever made in their lives, opportunities, and it just keeps going and growing. All of that information is on the sign up page, projectmewithtiffany.com/selling with soul. You can swipe up. It's also in the show notes here. Do not wait. We literally only have a handful of spots left, and all of my fellow procrastinators always seem to come in like the last 12 hours to the program, and those spots will be gone. We've sold out 2 years in a row now. So do not wait on this. And if you're someone who needs to feel into the energy and you've been on the fence of this program, I want you to then listen to this guided meditation, and by the end of it, you will have a clear answer in your body if this is you leaning in to making this move and making this investment and learning these high income generating skills that I'm going to teach you over the course of 5 weeks. Okay. Imagine that you've woken up, there's something different in the air. Something feels lighter, something feels fluffier, something feels expansive about it. It feels like you actually slept a full 8 hours and you woke up with energy versus grogginess or any anxiety. And you don't know what it is, but you're thrilled that it's here. And you go downstairs or to the other room and something calls you to open up all of the windows, all of your windows in the house. And the air is perfectly fresh. It's the perfect temperature. There's this beautiful breeze in the air. You can not only smell the spring air, you can feel it. It's time. All of that pain was over. All of that stress was over. All of that scarcity was over. All of that overthinking and spiraling and dread is over. It's a new season. It has turned. It has changed. Something shifted overnight, almost like you magically manifested this. But then you remind yourself when you're feeling this cool breeze as you're getting your morning beverage and you're hearing the beautiful sounds of the birds and trees rustling, and it's just perfectly quiet with some beautiful sounds of nature. No, I asked for this. I've been praying for this. I've been begging for this. I've been priming myself for this. This was a long, dark period. This was a long road this time. I wasn't seeing the end. I was even starting to lose hope. I was even feeling defeated. I was even wondering if this is just how it's going to be now, if things have changed. This was long overdue, and now it's here, and it's so sweet. It feels like that first sip of coffee you make at home after being away on a long trip. It feels like having an ice cold glass of lemonade on a really hot day, and the ice just hits right, and the tang of the lemons quenches your thirst like it's the best thing you've ever tasted in years. It's like having that first bite of pasta or that first bite of steak when you've been ravenous for so long and you've been smelling all of the beautiful smells through a restaurant and you finally sink into it. That's how you're feeling right now through every cell of your body. It's even making you salivate a little bit because you can taste it. You can even taste the abundance. What does that abundance taste like? Does it taste sweet? Does it have a strong spicy taste to it? Is there a little bit of a sour with some sweetness at the end? What is that taste coming across your mouth? Whatever it is, it feels so perfect. And every sip of coffee you take, every sip of water you take, every sip of everything you take, from this time on now, you are sipping in abundance. You are sipping in the energy of manifestation, the energy of money, the energy of wealth, the energy of freedom, the energy of time, the energy of expansion. With every single sip, it feels so good. You decide that you're going to go take a walk because how could you not with such a perfect day and this extra energy that you have? And you start walking and you're noticing how the breeze is hitting your skin, and you had just put on some moisturizer that's still a little damp on your face, and that breeze is hitting it just right, and it's like giving you the goosebumps. It's making you tingle. It's nature's way of reminding you the abundance is here for you. It's right here all the time. We are just moving so fast that we don't always notice it, but we've been here all the time in all these little whispers and all of these little ways. But we're going to show you big now. We're going to point you in the direction of your abundance. You got lost during this winter season. There was so much going on, and it's over now. We don't need to look back. We don't need to dwell on it. You've honored your feelings long enough in it. It's time for you to dance and delight in the abundance that is here before you. It's time to walk into your season abundance and walk in like a warrior. You've been through some shit, and you are rising from the ashes. You are crawling from the cave. You have some bumps and bruises, but you stand firm and you stand tall. How do you look in that space? What are you wearing when you're standing and you are walking and you are saying, I am walking towards my biggest season of abundance in my life. I've been primed for this. I have known, I've had an inkling in my body deep down that there is something magical happening this year. There is something unfolding that is so much bigger than I've ever experienced. And I started to lose some belief in it, but it was still really in my subconscious. Part of me really knew. And the reason I know is because it actually exists, or I wouldn't have had that knowing. I would have never had that thought. This is actually for me, but I need help being pointed in the right direction. And the universe is pointing you in the right direction. You go on this walk and you normally go to the left. You always go this way. It's just your way. It makes sense to you. You like going this way. It feels familiar. But for whatever reason, you are being called to go a different direction today, to take a different route. There's something you're supposed to see on this route. You don't know what it is. You have no attachment to it, but you know that there is something special that's here for you. So you walk with this beautiful detached energy, taking note of your surroundings. What do you see around you? Is it a new flower that's emerged? Is it some fresh leaves growing on a tree that is really barely survived the winter? It's a resemblance of how you felt in this last season of life. Is it the smell of the grass? Is it simply the sounds of the birds that are chirping in the morning? I want you to take a look at something around you that resembles abundance. Something that you go, you know what? That exists and I don't even know why. It just exists. It's here. I didn't create it to be here. I didn't buy it. It's here. It's a phenomenon. This is a reminder in nature. This is a reminder that you are not the single creator of your manifestations and your abundance in life. You are the co-creator. Your job is actually so small compared to the job of the universe. The universe does the heavy lifting forward. The universe is the one that is the magnet that is pulling you in the direction. But your mere humanness, you get in your own way, you get distracted, you get busy being busy, you get caught up in swirls in your brain and people and places and things, and you lose your way. And today, we're going to find your way. You're going to know your clear path for this spring season of abundance, which is designed to spring you forward. You've been stagnant long enough. You don't need to be stagnant anymore. Often the winters are for us to pull back. We don't like it. Our egos fight it. It doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel expansive. It feels like nothing has worked, but it's happened on purpose. This is part of manifestation as well. We have to be pulled back to spring ahead. And now is the glorious time that we do, as long as you allow it, as long as you accept it as long as you're open to receive it. So you say out loud, or you say to yourself right now, I receive. I receive this universe. I receive all the abundance you have for me. I receive with open arms the money, the opportunities, the people, the experiences that will delight me, that will blow me away in the best ways, that will exceed my expectations, that will show me that life actually gets to be easier than I thought, more simple than I thought. I've been overcomplicating it. I've been making it so hard. It doesn't need to be this hard anymore. I release things being hard. I allow myself to be guided by powers greater than me. The people that are brought into my life, the messages that are brought into my life, the whispers that the universe shares. I am merely here to follow the path that is being laid before me and make a point to take conscious time to have contact with the universe, contact with spirit, contact with God, make quiet time with myself so I can hear the direction and I can hear the messages and I can see the signs and I can tap into my inner guide, because the true knowing is in there. My true abundant self. It's not in the brain. That's where the ego lives. That's where the analysis paralysis lives. That's where the overthinking lives. But my true abundant direction lies deep within my subconscious. It lies within the universe. It lies within God speaking to me, people who speak through God, people who have the universe channel through them, like right now. There's so many different ways you can receive signs, and you're going to see one today. You're going to see one soon. You're going to see one just at the right time that is going to tell you, yes, this is confirmation. You're doing the thing. You're doing it. This doesn't mean that it's not going to be scary. This doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenging days. Scary and it manifesting coexist at the same time. In fact, it being scary, it being even terrifying, you having a lot of resistance to something is the biggest sign that you're supposed to step ahead and do it. You're supposed to walk into the unknown. You're supposed to go in a different direction and trust. Going in the direction that's familiar, that's easy, where there is no resistance, that just leads you to the path of more of the same, more of the stagnant, more of the familiar. And if that's what you want, you can turn around and go that way. That is always available. That path is always there. It's a long, worn, grooved path that many people have taken, and many people have died on the path. They've never gotten off this path in their entire life. But you know that you can't walk that path anymore. That path has depleted you. That path has exhausted you. That path is no longer giving you what it is that you want out of this short, beautiful, precious life that we have. So you are bravely walking in the other way. You're walking towards the direction of abundance. In fact, you're springing towards it. That's why you have a little bit of a spring in your step today. Use that energy. Use that energy to propel you forward. Use the energy of the warmer weather, the beautiful budding flowers and plants and trees around you, around other people's energy being lifted because of the abundance all around them is being ignited. And use that to propel you through the fear, because you have to feel the fear and walk through it anyway. If you want the manifestation that is right there waiting for you, the bank account of abundance is sitting there for you with all of the things that you're wanting and even more, even better, because it gets to get better and better for you. It gets to be bigger and bigger. It gets to be more and more delicious. That's just how it works. As long as you believe it's possible for you, as long as you are saying, universe, I am open to receive all the gifts that are here for me, and I will walk towards you. I will walk the path no matter how scared I am. I will do my part. I will take the aligned, abundant actions that are a match for my manifestations. I want to be a match for your magnetic energy. And for me to do that, I have to match that in my own magnetic energy, in my own actions, regardless of fear, regardless if I've had a bad day, regardless if I'm scared, regardless if I'm confused, regardless if I had a difficult winter season, because I want to walk towards the magic. I want to walk towards the miracle. I want to walk towards the manifestations that have been sitting there for me all along, waiting for me to get on that same frequency. And now is the time. I want you to take a look right now around you. There's something that's pink. something that has some kind of a pink hue to it. Whether you're seeing it right now or you see it later, there's something that you need to see there. It could be just steering you in a direction to walk in, to look in. It could be to trigger a memory for you to do something with. It could be that particular object has a spiritual significance, has a meaning to you. Maybe you don't know what it means, but because it's crossed your path at some point today, at some point while you've listened to this, at some point later, even this evening, there's a connection there. There's something that you might need to look up and see what the meaning is, or you might intuitively know. And it can be something that even seems ugly, like a chewed up piece of pink gum or a scrap of trash. But there's something that resembles. It could be the fact that you simply came across something that was pink, unexpected. And you know that listening to this, I'm channeling through the universe that you were supposed to see that was proof of how we're energetically and divinely connected. And it gets to be that way. Out of all the things you could be listening to, out of all the days, out of all the minutes of time, out of anywhere in the entire planet, and even the fact that you're here, out of all the pieces of DNA that create you to be here, you're here at this particular minute, at this particular time, listening to this particular guided meditation. And you also end up seeing this pink thing that has some kind of energy, some kind of meaning for you. It brings you to tears even thinking about it, whether you've seen it or not yet, because you needed to be reminded. You know we all are connected. You're feeling it right now through me. We really are all one, and so many of us forget that. We get so separated. We get so pulled apart by mass media and messaging and manipulation and all of the adulting that we have to do and the things that we have to do, even though we really don't have to do them, and how hard we make everything. And on this walk towards our abundance, there's one thing that is required of you, and that is to release what has not been serving you. I need you to release what could make you go back in that other familiar, long-worn groove direction that feels safe, that feels comfy, but ends up leading to the same stagnant, settling space. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to connect to in order to create it so you can't go back where you've put a barricade there? You actually can't go back to that path anymore. That path might lure you. That path might try to manipulate you and beckon you to come back, but you've made it now impossible. You made it impossible energetically. You've made it possible literally. I want you to see in your mind, what is the barricade for this path? Is it a brick wall? Is it barbed wire? What is in front of that path? Is it a sea of people that are holding hands that represent spirit to you? Maybe your angels or your spirit guides that are saying, no, you can't come back here anymore. This is closed. You've told us to close us, that you can't come back. Period. End of story. This is a dead road. It's a dead end. You can't do it anymore. And I want you to notice what happens when you try to go to that path. Maybe you have a giant door there that's really heavy. It's made of lead. You try to open it. What happens? Maybe it's barbed wire and you try to climb over it. What happens? What does it even feel like when you come up close to that barricade? What are you feeling in your body? What message does that have for you? That barricade isn't evil. That barricade is love. It's love for yourself. It's the opposite of self-abandoning, because you going back that direction would be. It's your higher self protecting you from going back. And what is it saying to you about you wanting to go back, about you wanting to stay stuck, about you continuing to stay in fear and continuing to not go forward, continuing to procrastinate, continuing to avoid, continue to only half-ass things when you want the full experience? What is it saying to you when you're looking at it and you're contemplating going back? You're wanting still the possibility of there being a window open that you can just sneak through just in case. What's the message for you? What I'm channeling right now is, this isn't for you anymore. This isn't for you anymore. This isn't for you anymore. You turn around, you speed up, You get back on the abundance path, the path with the spring in your step, the path that's going to take you to everywhere that you want to go. It's going to make you feel all the things, but you know you're expanding at the same time. You're alive, you're growing, you're making the most of this wild, chaotic, beautiful life. You're no longer standing in your own way, and you're releasing anything that's heavy, anything that has dragged you, any belief, any scarcity around money, any scarcity about, oh, what if it doesn't work? And what if I can't do this? And all the nonsense that just keeps trying to pull you back to a path that you've already closed. It's gone. And you've already seen a sign on your path. You've seen something at this point that reminded you of abundance, even before you've seen anything that's pink. You've seen evidence of what happens on its own without effort. That's in nature. The leaves grow in the wild, all the wildflowers. There's no one there putting fertilizer on it, watering it. The universe is doing that. The ecosystem's doing that. The moisture in the air, the bees are doing that. And it's all happening on its own without there having to be all this forcing and pushing from us. That's abundance. That gets to exist in your life as long as you remove the gunk, that resistance that's blocking you from receiving it easily. You now receive it easily. You're committed to doing whatever you need to do, what's in the way, so that you can be a direct channel for your manifestations, for everything that you're wanting. The quiet mornings, to have as long as a morning routine as you want, being able to look up dream trips and know that you can book them at any time and go for as long as you want. You being able to make your own schedule, and you can garden during the day and see some clients and maybe do a little work and work out and then go to the market and make dinner and spend time with your family. And your life works around your work. Your work is there to support it abundantly, but it's fun now. It's expansive now. You're able to help people. The right people who are meant to help you grow your business come into your life. The right opportunities and skills and direction that you need in order to expand and grow your wealth and your lifestyle into one that you don't need a vacation from. It's your pinch me life that you have every single day in pure beauty and pure delight, where you have a grounded trusting for it. Like, this isn't just an experience for a month. This is my life now. I get to have an abundant life. It was here for me all along. I was just simply in the way. There's one more thing happening on this path. This path is taking you in a very specific destination. You are ending somewhere, not ending your life there, but you're ending this particular layer and level of expansion there. And this path is leading you to it. And the path has a message for you. Literally, the ground beneath your feet is a message for you. There is a message that's going to come through you that'll be really clear of where you need to go and what is it you need to do. What is your next step? Not the next 8 steps, not the next 3 steps, but your next indicated step towards abundance that is going to spring you into your manifestations, making up for so much lost time and lost money and pain and anguish. It'll make up for all of that and then some. All the pieces will come together and it will all start making sense. You'll be able to make sense of it all. Even the abundance in that is remarkable. What is the path wanting to say to you? What message does it have? Where is it telling you to walk towards? What is the direction? What's coming through here is, it's the direction you know you were meant to walk all along. It's the direction you've resisted for so long. It's the direction that feels like a song that you've sung many times because it's so clear and it's been living in your soul since you came onto this planet. It's a combination of your gifts, of things that you've learned, of your heart, of the wild things about you, the interesting things about you, the cool things about you, the awkward things about you. It's a mix of the yin and yang of all of you, that you knew, I can do whatever I want on any given day because I have the freedom of abundance. I'm financially free. My time is free. I'm free of guilt and regret and anxiety of not doing the things because I made a choice to walk and delight in my path and to receive. And I did in the most most glorious way. And I get to experience all this expansion and live here. And it only gets to be better and better from here. And I get to actually delight in life, just not slug through life anymore. That's where you're meant to go, and you need to trust it. You know where you're meant to go. You know where you're meant to walk. You're just scared. You're frightened because it's a path that you've never gone on before. It's something new. You've never stepped into anything this big, energetically, financially, literally. You've never gone this far because you've wanted to keep yourself safe, and you've always held part of it back instead of fully springing into it. But you know the only way that this manifestation exists, you know the only way that your life becomes the life that you were meant to have all along, in a beautiful, abundant life, is if you spring towards it. And are you going to do that today? Are you going to do that for yourself? Are you going to do that so that you have the most beautiful spring into abundance, spring into your manifestations, like you're jumping into a giant pool filled with beautiful flowers, and you're jumping in and it's so fluffy and it's fragrant and it's soft and it's fun and pillowy, and you've jumped fully in versus standing on the side and maybe brushing your hand against a few flowers or letting your legs kind of dangle in. You've jumped in full true trust, in full free fall, knowing that the universe, that God is going to catch you. It has you. What color are those flowers? Take note of the kind of flower. Take note of the color of the flower, the shape of the flower, the size of the flowers. That's your space of abundance. It's an infinite pool of abundance that's here for you. And I want you to picture yourself jumping in it. What do you do? Do you run and leap in it? Do you walk in and then do a dive? Do you cannonball? Do you jump off a diving board and land on your back? Do you do a somersault? How do you spring into abundance? That's right here. You see it. It's right here for you. And you can leave that version of you who's on the side, looking at it, longing for it, wanting it, but afraid to go in, afraid of what might happen, afraid she could get hurt. No, you love her and you appreciate her and you send love to her, but you're going to do things differently now. She can still exist there. She can sit on the side, but you're going to go in, your higher self's going to go in and show her just how abundant it gets to be when we bet on ourselves, when we go all in on ourselves, when we spring into our own abundance that's been here for us all along. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you. If you are feeling called and you're leaning in, these are the final hours to join Selling with Soul that I only offer once a year. You can swipe up. The link's in the show notes. It's in my link in bio on Instagram and TikTok. If you feel called to go to the page, if you feel called to DM me a question about it on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany, trust that calling. Trust the calling to join us. Trust that you're leaning in for a reason. I would be honored and ecstatic to guide you into your season of abundance and spring in over 5 weeks live with me. I can't wait to teach you skills that you'll have for the rest of your life, and for you to join the dozens and dozens of other people who've decided to jump in and spring into their own abundant season and never look back at that old scarcity self and make a move that will change your life forever.